Hello everyone, Kireth here, welcome to another GT Sport video. And if you play GT Sport or watch GT Sport, you'll recognise a lot of these names. William B Racer, PL1 Fire, Key 25, BasicOllie, Super GT over here, Nathan, Alexony, myself as well, not really in that crowd, but some of the fastest GT Sport racers in the world. You can see here, this was the 2020 World Finals. Williams B Racer, he was there, so one of the fastest drivers in the world legitimately. We've raced against Josetti, we've raced against Favaros, now we've raced against Williams B Racer, and I want to answer a question that sometimes I get asked, which is, what is it like to race against the very fastest drivers in the world at GT Sport? We're not talking quick drivers, we're not talking very quick, we're talking legitimately the fastest out of all the players that play GT Sport in the world. And what's it like to race them? Well, lucky to race them last night in this daily race C at Interlagos, and to be honest, it's pretty frightening a lot of the time, because when I race the really fast drivers, like we've got Alexony behind, and you can see PL1 Fire and B Racer right at the front already gapping us, it's quite stark how big the pace difference is. And it's not something I can overcome in a race, to put it simply. I'm always going to be slower than them. I can't, try and drive faster or try and brake a bit later. Driving doesn't really work like that when you get to this level. You need to be very, very consistent. Make no mistakes, minimise wheel spin, hit your apex every time, because that is what the top drivers are doing. And to be blunt, I'm not at that level. So when I'm racing against them, it's a little bit scary, because it shows just how much time people are putting into the game, just how much talent they have, to be honest. And it really shows that gap. I mean, we were doing an Interlagos FIA race a couple of weeks ago. We got quite a good result, 250 points or something. We were racing Rory Alexander, very fast YouTuber. And yeah, feeling pretty good. But then you come here and it's a different ball game. And I think I am quite privileged that I can race against the fastest drivers. My DR is just about high enough, but it is kind of the highest peak of the game. This is Mount Everest right here. And I guess even though we're going to have a little incident here with Super GT, I just get my braking wrong. I'm going to pick up a 2-second penalty for that. That's all my own fault. That's a mistake that you just can't afford to make at this level. That 2 seconds is going to destroy the race. Williams B Racer, by the way, set the fastest lap in the world in like a non-meta car, just to show how good he is. But yeah, I think this is the Mount Everest, so if I can get competitive in this level, that would just be amazing. And that's one of my goals for 2021, is to kind of get more into the top split races in the daily races, get into the higher split races in FIA, and start to get mid-table maybe. That would be absolutely superb. Oh, by the way, I'm not saying top split in FIA. I don't think that's possible at all. But in these kind of daily races, sometimes when it's a good split for me, or a good combo, like Seaside, I can really mix it at the top. But I kind of want to be doing that week in, week out, if possible. Whatever the track, whatever the combo, be in and amongst it in the top split. Not right at the front, but kind of mid-table. I think that's a reasonable aim. Let me know in the comments. Anyone who's followed the journey through 2020, see my pace develop, hopefully develop. Let me know what you think about that as an objective, but that's kind of where I want to be. So in a race like this, aiming for about 10th place would be superb. I mean, the likes of Super GT, BasicOllie, other YouTubers, BasicOllie's pace this week in the daily race has just been immense. He was mixing it in the top 5 in this race with the likes of PL1 Fire and B Racers. So that's kind of where I want to get to. So we finished this race, and I'm going to be 28 seconds off the lead, which is huge. So if anyone's watching and kind of, it's 28 seconds off the lead in your races, I know how it feels. And there's always a ladder, and there's always going to be faster drivers ahead of you. You can see my fastest lap here is the slowest, so I'm well off the pace. So starting off 2021 off the pace, but hopefully we're going to improve on that. And my thought process for this video was when, obviously I got that 2-second penalty, I ended up dropping down a lobby for the next race. Ended up in this DS lobby, And it was kind of an interesting thing to think about. You can see here on the left, people are saying YA plus driver. And it got me thinking that, maybe the gap here is similar to the gap between me and the likes of PR1 Fire and B Racer. So we did this race. We won this one by 17 seconds. And it really got me thinking, and these are DS drivers. It's a clean race. It's not a DD lobby, it's a DS lobby, so they're clean drivers. And maybe they're just starting out on their GT Sport journey. Maybe they're on a pad, or they're on a small screen or something, and that's why they're not C drivers or B drivers, but everyone's on their own journey. And yeah, it really put things in perspective for me, actually. And to be grateful for me being able to be in a top split race, and I really want to make the most of it. So that's kind of what it feels like to me to race the really, really fast drivers. It's always an eye-opener, and for me it kind of pushes me to want to become better, and it just shows that people are working harder, people are spending more time in the game, people are practicing in a better way, learning quicker, and that competition I think is a good thing. It's only going to make me faster at the end of the day. That's definitely a big objective for 2021. In and amongst the other things we're going to do on the channel, part of it is going to be me trying to become a faster driver and trying to explain to you what I'm doing, what's working, what's not working, because like we said earlier in the video, everyone's on their own journey. And if you're watching this and you play GT Sport, or you play ACC or iRacing, or you drive in real life and you kind of want to become faster and you see these fast drivers ahead of you, I'm in the same place. So we're in the same boat on that. And I'm very dedicated to really trying to explore just how good I can become at both sim racing and karting. And I think 2021 is going to be an exciting year for that. Lockdown again probably means more time in the rig. Very lucky that I've got a bit of oversteer there into Quinten. Whoops. Very lucky that I've got a rig at home and a decent wheel. And yeah, can put hours into the sim racing practice. So I'm going to be trying my best. I'm going to be trying to let you know what I'm doing, what's working, what's not working. If you have any questions, have any things you'd like me to try out, techniques, games, races, whatever, let me know in the comments as always, or feel free to jump into the Discord. There's a link in the description below. But yeah, I hope this video was interesting. A bit of a different video, not just kind of talking over a daily race where we start and then we try and finish in the high position. Talking about a bit more about drive and motivation and why we're doing it. And hopefully going to do some more videos like this on the channel this year. That's my hope. Kind of take a step back or take a step up and take a big picture view of the situation. You can see here there's a pack ahead of me. Some very, very fast drivers in that pack. Again, I'm on the soft side, and maybe on the mediums. But if I could just get a few more tenths. So, for example, this corner, I always seem to take a very narrow apex, get on the power late. This corner, again, I'm too narrow, so it means I have to lift off for longer. Junk out, probably my worst corner into Lagos. Again, on the power very late. I should be on the power early. These kind of things, I need to work out where to get the pace. Am I making fundamental mistakes? Is it, missing apexes? Am I in the wrong gear? Or do I need to pick up some more advanced techniques? Is my trail braking not good enough? That kind of stuff. That's what we're going to be working on. And a lot of people in the KRT community who are also, very dedicated to improving their driving in 2021. So I'm excited. And an interesting way to start off the year with such a stacked daily race. Maybe one of the most stacked daily races of all time. I don't know, certainly the most stacked daily race I've ever been in. And a good incentive to kind of kick off 2021. You can see the 3 wide ahead. It's the only way we're going to keep up in this race, is if they keep fighting like this. But anyway, not going to ramble on too long in this video. Don't want to make it a long one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Do let me know in the comments always. Do feel free to drop a like or even subscribe if you're liking the stuff on the channel at the moment. Thank you so much for everyone who's subscribed. I really do massively, massively appreciate it. Look forward to 2021. See you next time.